the real Disney drama about the only one movie, Wish? Will it do you think we'll win the awards? There's only way to find out. Earwitness News starts right now.
From the most magical place on earth. This is not Eyewitness News. This is Earwitness News.
Hello and welcome to Earwitness News. I'm your host, John Good. The Wish is all about is Wish is a Disney film. Is all about a young girl named Asha wishes on a star to and gets more directly answered than she bargained for when a troublemaking star comes down to the sky to join her. So this is the review of The Wish. You know, it's a pretty cool movie to watch. But I like Asha. She's a young girl. And there's that This Wish song makes me chill. It's pretty cool, and then that Wish have won one award. To say, I don't know. So it have won, and it has been nominated 19 awards. According to the IMDb awards, we have a Critics' Choice Awards. It has a 2024 Critics' Choice Awards has been nominee for the Best Animated Feature, and a 2024 nominee for the Best Song for This Wish has been nominated. And the Casting Society of America USA, and the nominee for the Arias Award for the Outstanding Achievement in Casting Animated Feature, Grace C. Kim. And the Golden Globes USA, and a 2024 nominee for the Best Motion Picture in Animated. And an NAACP Image Award for the Outstanding Character Voiceover Performance in a Motion Picture, Ariana DeBose. And in 2024 for nominee for the Image Award for the Outstanding Animated Motion Picture, but it's a pretty cool, and it's a lot of nominees, and a Virtual Effects for Society Awards for the Emerging Technology Award, and a Black Reel Award for the Outstanding Voice Performance has been nominated Arena DeBose. And North Texas Film Critics Association has been nominated. This film is nominated by the Best Animated Film. For the Islands of a Woman Film Journalists, it has been Best Animated Female Character Voice. Has been all of the they're like. This is the Reframe has been nominated. Not nominated, but the Reframe Award has won the feature for the and it became it wasn't really that awesome, but it's a pretty fun to watch. It's kind of like a Disney World knockoff. It has a king who is not great because it is just like This Is What Things I Get song is just makes me scared and makes me angry. And it's a very embarrassing to sing along. So I guess that wish it wasn't that really awesome, but it's pretty cool. Chris Pine was voiced by Manifico, and Valentino was voiced by Alan Tudyk. and it was written by Jennifer Lee, Allison Moore, and Chris Buck, and directors by Chris Buck and Fall Verisor. I forgot to pronounce that. So, as I mean to tell you, it says a tagline. It says, "Be careful what you wish for," and this for the crazy ends, the fund was used to the ending credits in the style of after an opening credits to the Snow White of the Seven Dwarfs. That's a crazy credit. That's a part of the Easter eggs. That's our connection, and featured by the Animat's crazy cartoon cast, the D23 Expo 2022 special that used it in it from 2 years ago. Yeah, it is really cool. And so, well, according to the featured review, it says another Disney flop as the 100 Disney 100 celebration was that this was serious below par, given Disney's recent dearly a drama, and I'm not sure what is it in what I was expecting. This wasn't woeful. It felt also that they bought or borrowed bits of the Disney classics, and bolted them together as the kind of a eco-friendly Frankenstein that doesn't make another spark to life. Arguably the most forgettable Disney characters to date. I read several comments about the animation. The plenty of slim to applaud the style, the quality, and the colors. Let me be honest. This sucks. The most basic and unimaginative animation in anything I ever seen. To me, it looks finished. They give it out get out of it a rush or their budget cuts. This isn't Disney standard. This, let alone to be a sanitary special. I genuine fear for Disney. Everything they touched seemed to be go into a pot. They need to major shade up. The Snow White doesn't look like a classic. Where do Disney go from us? Woeful. That one gave a 4 out of 10. It's from Steve Sleeping Dragon. It wasn't really that great. So let me tell you why. Because as we didn't recommend it because that Disney's Wish has a lot of problems from the animation, but it wasn't very awesome. It's fun to watch. So I'll give that one. You know what? I'll put that in the middle. I'll put that to 3 out of 5. Anyway, all right. That's it for the review of The Wish, and now let's talk about today's weather here in Orlando, Florida. Today's forecast here in Orlando, Florida is partly cloudy in the 60 degrees Fahrenheit with partly cloudy skies. It contains sunshine. Is having a wonderful time here in the Magic Kingdom Park in Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Get your sunscreen ready, and let's hope we will get prepared for the Easter parade at Walt Disney World. So, are you excited about this? I'm sure I am. So let's take a look at the Inside Out 2. And it just reveals 4 new emotions for Raleigh. And Disney and Pixar's 2015 movie Inside Out cleverly personified for the big emotions of the little girl named Raleigh. The film's 2024 sequel, which hits theaters on June 14th, seriously ups the ante. And we learned about the sequel's original teaser trailer, which came out in November, The rally's teenager now is a demolition team has arrived in an emotional command center set of Riley's mind of the, and overall. The end of the first trailer, the new emotion, anxiety, appears then given the 5 original emotions.
Disney's Earwitness News will continue in 1 moment.
Welcome back to Earwitness News. I'm sorry for being caught off of the audio. Let's talk. Let's continue to talk about Inside Out 2. So anxiety appears to be given in the 5 original emotions: joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear. A good startle. Now a new trailer from Inside Out 2 has been announced. It reveals an arrival, but not 1, but 4 more adolescent emotions, which certainly changes the dynamic inside Riley's heart and mind. Meet anxiety, envy, and embarrassment. Fans of the first film will notice that Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling, who voiced the fear and disgust in an original, has been replaced in the sequel, but the other 3 original main cast members will return. Amy Polo will still play Joy. Phyllis Sims of the Office fame is returning as Sadness, and Lewis Black will still give voice to anger. The rebels are delightfully introduced, starting when Fear, who is now voiced of the Tony Hale, said it should be nothing but smooth sailing from. He promptly gets interrupted by anxiety, voiced by Emily Honk, who will join the team as the one who's always trying to prepare the negative outcomes. Envy, voiced by Enyo Embittery, and enters the admiring Disgust's hair. When she tries to touch it, Disgust, who is now voiced by Lisa Lepery, and says, "Oh yeah, no, not happening." Envy in his impaired state of distress, since she always wanted to, she doesn't have. MU, voiced by Adelie Acropolis, reclines in a Victorian era fainting coach and speaks the irregularly French accent. "That's what you call the boredom," she says, not looking up. Embarrassment, voiced by Paul Walter Halser, wears a hoodie and he can disappear when it is something humiliating happens. And of course, it pursues nearly everything that happens to be humiliating. He is big in the color and the hot blush. These new emotions show up the rally and his big and having the negative the popularity contest in the Harvard and every high school, or perhaps, but they've been spurred on the by it. When they rally joins the summer hockey camp, the old friends, the new girl drama issues, the stage is set for lots of emotional adventures. Inside Out 2 is set to hit theaters on June 14th, 2024. You need to catch up before it comes out. You can see an original Inside Out movie right now by streaming at on Disney Plus. So, that's how we talk about Inside Out 2. So, we have some breaking news, everybody at home. We have a gigantic Easter egg accident. We have a gigantic Easter egg. It was fell on that child, and he got recently in, and it falls down and injured in his leg. But I hope that child is okay. He was an unidentified child, but that child will be okay. So I guess it will be recovering was completely doubtful. So let's take a look at the weather here in the Los Angeles area and Disneyland in California. Yeah, today's weather is about. So it is a very high wind warning in here in Anaheim, California, in a Disneyland in California, because it's super high wind. Because do you know Winnie the Pooh and a blustery day, and it has a high wind problems, and it would have been Happy Wednesday. That would have been silly to watch. So, we didn't recommend about it because the Wednesday wasn't really happy, because it's just an okay Wednesday. And then Wednesday is gonna blow the trees, and then it falls down on the house, and then it killed the people. That's devastating, and that's just very devastated. So if you missed this first episode, you must check the video link in the description below for the Earwitness News Network YouTube account. So I'm so honored for being in the Earwitness News family. So I'm so honored for being part of the Earwitness News family. Thank you for being part of it. So this is my friends. I would like to thank the entire Earwitness News crew for being part of it. This is not Eyewitness News from the Channel 7 in New York, or KABC 7 in Los Angeles, or Chicago, or anywhere in the ABC stations. This is Earwitness News. What is Earwitness News, you might ask? Earwitness News is about Disney topics. Disney topics is all about movies, theme parks, and some sort of holidays and stuff like that. It contains, we have a lot of, and some type of funny weather jokes, like cloudy with a chance of plastic tennis balls is scattered all over the place. And also in the scattered thunderstorms attached with Pikachu clouds in here. Yeah, that's very well educated. And if the Pikachu would use a thunderbolt to all of these people, or that's just off topic. So this is our art director, Mark Robinson, and this is the broadcast booth here in Mickey and Minnie Mouse, here on a broadcast operational room. And right behind me is the Cinderella Castle, which is Cinderella is watching Earwitness News. Thank you so much for watching for the Earwitness News. I'm your host, John Good. Have a magical day.